Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Baltimore City Fire Department. Welcome to the Herman Williams Jr. Fire Station. And I first want to thank you all for coming out. Thank you for being here for what we believe to be a very noteworthy announcement and meaningful collaboration with our fire prevention and community outreach initiatives. For those of you that I haven't met, I'm Kevin Cartwright, the Director of Communications for the Baltimore City Fire Department. And I just want to share as a note that with our partners here with the American Red Cross, we've had quite a lengthy, long time and progressive relationship that continues to bear a lot of fruit, and we're grateful for that collaboration. So before I get too far, I just want to take a moment to just recognize a few of our distinguished guests here today. So I have the distinct pleasure of introducing, I have to say, the youngest and the most ambitious mayor I know, Mayor Brandon Scott. Also want to recognize, and I can't say for this young man that use the term new, Fire Chief James Wallace. He's joining us as well. Thank you, Chief. Also, I have to recognize a very fine friend of mine, as well as a colleague, Lenora Henry. She's actually the Executive Director of the American Red Cross of Central Maryland, and she'll be speaking on behalf of the American Red Cross, and we're definitely happy to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Great, great. We have some more friends and colleagues from the American Red Cross. I'd like to recognize Ray Vega. He's the Disaster Program Manager, and Ray spends a lot of time with the fire department. We're probably, I don't know if he's going to be coming over to join us or what, but we spend a lot of time with him out in the field, going door to door, installing the smoke alarms and doing, public education. So thanks for being here, Ray. Also like to acknowledge Ashley Henyon. She's the communications director for the American Red Cross. We've been in quite a bit of contact lately, and thank you for all your tenacious efforts to get this press event on board. Bethany Patterson, she's also a communications manager as well. Bethany, there you go. And Nadine McCrindle, she's from the Regional Disaster Office, so thank you for coming all the way down here to Baltimore to be with us. We appreciate that. So after that, at this point, I simply want to invite Chief Wallace to come forward just to kind of talk a little bit more about this collaboration that we've had with the American Red Cross for so long that continues to bear a lot of fruit and is simply making a great impact in our community. Chief?
Thank you, Director. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. As I begin, I'd like to also welcome and thank Mayor Brandon Scott for joining us today. I would also like to acknowledge, as Director Cartwright did, and thank all of our American Red Cross colleagues for their commitment and dedication to this meeting endeavor. I'd also like to thank the members of the station at Truck 5. This is one of our busiest fire stations in the city, but thank you for hosting this and taking the time to welcome everyone in. Today, as we gather to emphasize the critical importance of smoke alarms in our residents' homes, working smoke alarms are the first line of defense in alerting individuals and families to the presence of a fire, further providing them with crucial time to safely escape. Through our collaboration with the American Red Cross Central Maryland region, we have been able to make significant strides in ensuring that every home in our city is equipped with a functioning smoke alarm. This partnership has allowed us to reach more households and make a tangible impact on fire safety in our community. Statistics have shown that the presence of working smoke alarms can reduce the risk of dying in a house fire by up to 50%. This is a staggering figure that underscores the life-saving potential of these simple devices. Today, we are proud to report that to this date, through our combined efforts, we have installed as many as 21,000 smoke alarms in homes throughout our city. However, our work is far from over. We continue to urge all residents to take advantage of this program and request a smoke alarm installation if they do not already have one by simply calling 311. In addition to the installation of smoke alarms, our collaboration with the American Red Cross also includes many educational initiatives. We have been conducting fire safety neighborhood sweeps and providing resources to help residents develop and practice fire escape plans, ensuring that they are prepared in the event of an emergency. It is also important to note that smoke alarms have a limited lifespan and should be replaced every 10 years. We encourage residents to regularly test their smoke alarms and to replace the batteries as needed. This simple act can make a significant difference in their safety. We are grateful for the dedication of our firefighters and the American Red Cross volunteers who have been very instrumental in the success of this program. Their commitment to the safety of our community is very commendable, and we extend our heartfelt thanks to each and every one of them. I would also like to add that our intent is to continue to assure that these efforts are ongoing and that we are able to make systemic impact on protecting the lives of our citizens in their homes. The Baltimore City Fire Department recently applied for and was a fortunate recipient of a FEMA grant award for just under $1 million to continue our efforts with community smoke detector inspections, as well as other programs revolving around community risk reduction. In conclusion, I want to reiterate the importance of having working smoke alarms in every home. We are here to serve and protect our residents, and by working together with the American Red Cross, we can ensure that our community is safer and better prepared for any fire emergency. To our residents, please do not hesitate to reach out to your fire department or the American Red Cross to request a smoke alarm installation. Together, we can save lives and make a lasting impact on fire safety in our city. Thank you.
Great, thank you for that information, Chief. And also, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize our command staff. And also, I want to shout out to Chief Ruff. Chief Ruff was very instrumental in the collaboration with the American Red Cross and Ray Vega. So, Chief, glad to have you here, and we appreciate all your efforts. So at this time, I'd like to invite Mayor Scott if he would come forward and share just a few words with us.
Thank you, Director, and good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank Chief Wallace. I want to thank Executive Director Henry and all of our folks, Ray from the Red Cross. He and I have been knocking on many doors together, putting in smoke alarms, and would love to continue that relationship. And thank you for all that you do. And I want to note that the team from the American Red Cross, you guys have been there for us in our darkest hour as we are still grieving the loss of two of our bravest, both firefighter EMT Pitts and Captain Dylan Ronaldo just last month. And thank you for being there to help take care of our firefighters and those families in the neighborhoods of people as they dealt with that fire. It really speaks to how close and how critically important this partnership that we're in together is. For years, a significant part of that relationship has been focused on our combined work through our successful smoke alarm program. As a result of this collaboration, as you heard, 21,000 of these have been installed across homes in Baltimore City that ensures the safety of our citizens, because we know a working smoke alarm is the first line of defense. Just a few months ago, over the summer, we went door to door together after a resident was killed in a house fire in the Parkside neighborhood to urge those neighborhoods and individuals in them to install a smoke alarm if they didn't have one, because we know and it saves lives. And as I always say, this is the best way to get one because it comes at the price of free $99 to our residents. All they have to do is call 311 to receive one. In fact, relatively recently, a city employee and her family's lives were saved after being alerted by a properly installed smoke alarm to the fact that her house was on fire. I want to express my thanks and gratitude to the fire department and the Red Cross for continuing life-saving work and for being so dedicated to the lives of our residents. The program has always been a resounding success, but the work will not be over until there is not a single home, dwelling, or workplace in Baltimore that doesn't always, not sometimes, always have a working smoke detector. Moving forward, we will continue to prioritize fire safety and work hand in hand with the American Red Cross and our residents to expand this program, ensuring that more homes in Baltimore are equipped with functioning smoke alarms. And to close, I urge that everyone that might hear this about today's initiative and hear this event, take advantage of this life-saving work. If you haven't already have one, if you're unsure if your smoke detector works, you don't even have to check it. Just pick up the phone, dial 311, and the fire department will come to you. Probably not truck 5 because they're always so busy. I told them it was okay if they had to go for a run during the middle of the press conference. But the fire department will come to you and install a working smoke alarm for free. So thank you very much once again, and please, everyone, take advantage of this. It might save your life or someone that you love. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Scott, for sharing the testimonial information and background details. And it's simply an affirmation and confirmation that having a working smoke alarm in your home will definitely save your life and the lives of your family. So this time, I'd like to invite our friend Lenore Henry, if she would come forward to offer some remarks.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I can't tell you how good it makes me feel to be right here at this location at Truck 5, because I literally grew up around the corner on 31st and Harford Road. So I'm home. I am the new executive director for the Baltimore American Red Cross of Central Maryland. I say Baltimore because I'm a Baltimorean. So thank you, Chief Wallace and Mayor Scott, for the warm welcoming, and it's great to be home. Since the American Red Cross team began installing free smoke alarms, a life-saving message has always been repeatedly sent out to the community, just so working smoke alarms truly save lives. And having a home fire escape plan is so important. It really increases the odds of surviving in a home fire-related situation. Addressing the home fire problem, installing free smoke alarms in homes to reduce deaths and injuries have been very complex. But because we are fortunate enough to work hard and we have the amazing partnerships with the Baltimore City Fire Department, we've learned throughout the years that working together as a community is so important and so essential. We began back in 2014, and we partnered with the city, and we made sure that we walked door to door, knocked on so many with our volunteers, because we're a volunteer-led organization. And we want to make sure that people have what they need. And we've installed over 21,000 free smoke alarms. That's huge. And we're going to continue to do that. And in the spirit of giving thanks, we are so thankful that our life-saving partnership with the Baltimore City Fire Department. And that's why today I am honored to present the department with a Community Excellence Award for lives saved in Baltimore City. So with that, I would ask Chief Wallace if he would come up, and we're going to present him with the award. Thank you. So congratulations, Chief Wallace. And I don't know if they want to do a picture right now, but we'll do that in a second, for contributing to the community and for always being there for your team and your staff, and for all the firefighters in Baltimore City for making a difference and for partnering with the American Red Cross of Central Maryland. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Do you want to do a picture right here? There's that. So thank you again. And our local Red Cross volunteers respond to over 1,300 home fires emergencies every year for the National Capital and Greater Chesapeake region, and we rely on volunteers. We're a volunteer-led based organization. I would not be able to do this without all of our volunteers throughout Central Maryland, so thank you.
I think that warrants a round of applause. Anybody? I just want to confirm, Lenore, you said 21,000 smoke alarms.
Yes.
That's a big number. look like somebody's been really, really busy out here. Great, great. Thank you so much for that. Again, we are delighted to have this long-standing collaboration and partnership with the American Red Cross, simply to do the work that's simply going to assure that our citizens in the city of Baltimore are protected from the dangers of fires. We all know that the holiday season is just around the corner. A lot of people are going to be cooking and starting their fireplaces and things now. And we just want to remind you all to have all your heating appliances serviced prior to getting right into the winter season. That can minimize, the potential for you to have fires in your home, as well as cooking, which is on the rise. A lot of home fires are as a result of unattended cooking. So try to be mindful of those things, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Kevin, this is for you or the chief. What percentage of the city does not have a working smoke detector in their home? Is that a number that you might have out there? I mean, is it a lot? Is it, obviously this is going to help. But is there a percentage or?
Sure. As you might know, our smoke alarm program has dates back quite a number of years, and we've been making every effort and strive to saturate the entire city. However, sometimes folks will leave their homes, relocate for various reasons, but we've been very diligent in our effort to make sure that every single household does have a working smoke alarm. But to give you a specific number, I'd have to get that number and get back with you. Anyone else?
We asked the mayor about some other topics.
Go ahead.
One month ago, Mayor, we asked you about $500,000 in city schools police overtime that was worked in COVID testing sites during the pandemic that the city has not reimbursed back to the school system.
Yep, I got it. You don't have to go any further. We can only reimburse what we receive. We have not received that, and when we do, we'll pay it. That simple.
You have not received reimbursement?
It has not been received by the finance department. If we receive it, we will pay it like we do every bill.
Have you talked to the school system about
We-
this? Because they're saying that they put in the reimbursement.
I'm gonna say what I said to you one more time. If we receive it, we'll pay it.
Mayor Scott,
Yes, ma'am.
going back to some of the line of questioning yesterday, you cut the news conference short, so we didn't have an opportunity to ask more questions.
Well, let's
But I
stop there,
wanted-
Mackenzie. We didn't cut the news conference short. No one else had that complaint but you. So let's be truthful when we're asking questions.
I have questions, and I sent them to your office, didn't answer, so
Okay.
I wanted to ask you here, how long have you known about the possible links between BGF and Safe Streets?
So we're gonna go through this again, Mackenzie. I think that we appreciate your reporting, and we appreciate the fact that you guys can go and look up public documents in court and know that one individual way back in 2010 had been involved in BGF and was in Safe Streets. But we know that that does not mean that everyone that's in Safe Streets is in BGF, right? We know that when we went out and saw that some members of the Gun Trace Task Force or the Violent Crime Impact Section were involved with drug dealing and robbing people, we didn't go and say that, hey, everybody that wears a badge and a gun for BPD is in organized crime. We have to treat those individuals as individuals. And as I said to you yesterday, anybody, I don't care if it's Mackenzie Frost, whoever it is, if they're in the streets of Baltimore and they're doing things with BGF or any other organized person, if we find out, we will do what we do all the time. As I've said and been very clear, anybody that works for the city, anybody that lives in the city, anybody that visits the city of Baltimore, I have directed my police department to make sure that they're holding all of them accountable. If you're involved in illegal activity, it can be my mother, she'll be treated the same way.
For the mayor or the fire chief.
I'll come back to you.
Where are we in the investigation that killed Dylan Ronaldo and firefighter Pitts?
Yeah, our federal partners are still working on that. As soon as we are able to, if they complete their investigation, we know they'll be very thorough. And then the chief and I have said to the families that we'll talk to them first and then to everyone else. So as soon as that happens, we don't have a timeline because we're not leading the investigation. We'll be able to do that, but we do want to make sure that we're talking with those families before anyone else.
Are they making progress?
They're making progress every day. Yes, sir. Anybody else before I go back to Mackenzie? Mackenzie, go ahead.
Okay. I know you've talked a little bit before about supporting the idea of Fonzie having an audit. Would you support the state forensic auditors taking a look at how the money is being spent for the Safe Drinking Water?
Well, I think that we have a fabulous comptroller in the city of Baltimore who is quite capable of doing that, and we know that when you receive state grants for things, that the state does that on their own. So, as I said to you before, I've talked to the comptroller. We're open for any audit, and we'll be working with him first, because that is what the people of Baltimore have voted by charter, to have the city comptroller of Baltimore City duly elected by the residents to do that job, and we know he's a fabulous comptroller, and he'll do that.
So if the state auditors were to say they wanted to do it, would you support that?
What I just answered that question. City first, and then if the state wants to step in and do that, they can have at it. We're not hiding anything, and we know that the organizations that we work with, LifeBridge and others, who have audits of their own, they're not hiding anything either. Thank you, everybody. Oh, sir.
Yeah, Mayor Scott Conner placed an emphasis on that. That individual is not here to give a personal testimony.
Sorry, man. Anybody else? Thank you very much.